Hearty respect to you, everyone. Today I am going to talk on Raja Yoga according to Patanjali Yoga Darshan. In Patanjali Yoga Darshan, it's called Astanga Yoga. There are 8 steps in it. From the beginning, Yam or Yama, Niyam or Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyanam, Samadhi. 8 steps. Through the help of 8 steps, one seeks pure mind or intellect, reaches the very state of super consciousness or truth realization. First 2 steps, Yama and Niyama, are very important in all paths of spirituality or spiritual way. Except the practicing of these two, there is no possibility to go inside the spiritual world. So, the first step, Yama. The sutra, according to Patanjali Yoga Darshan, is Ahimsa Satyasteya Brahmacharya Aparigraha Yamaha. Ahimsa Satyasteya Brahmacharya Aparigraha Yamaha. First step, Yama, are divided into 5 stands or 5 pillars. First one is Ahimsa, means non-violence by physique and mind both. Then Satya, truthfulness in behavior and mind both. Asteya means not to steal anything from somewhere. Then Brahmacharya. The highest meaning of Brahmacharya, according to Vedanta Darshan, to be in the very state of Brahman, but very common meaning is to be in celibacy, in true sense. Then Aparigraha, the 5th pillar of Yama. Aparigraha means there should not be any expectation to collect anything from somewhere unnecessarily, or without basic requirements. That means a seeker should not expect anything without his or her basic requirement of mind and physics. This is the prime or very simple meaning of aparigraha. Then niyama, the second step. There are also 5 pillars in it. Niyama: शौच संतोष तपः स्वाध्याय ईश्वर प्रणिधानानि niyama. Shaucha means cleanliness or purity or sanctity. Shaucha is divided into 2 ways. First one is called Bahya Shaucha, means cleanliness or purity related the physique, and second one is called Antah Shauch, purity of mind and intellect. The second one is much more important than the first one or the previous one. Shaucha. Then Santosha, satisfaction. That means with basic requirements, sadhakas or seeker's mind will be satisfied. No unnecessary expectation will be or should be there inside the mind. Tapah. Tapah means penance. In Sanskrit, tapasya. Swadhyay. Swadhyay means, the highest meaning of Swadhyay is the purest analysis of the self or the pure consciousness by the help of pure intellect and subtle intellect. I mean pure and subtle intellect. It's the highest meaning of Swadhyay. But the very common meaning is the reading of the scripture which is helpful in that moment or in that state where the seeker is at the time. It must be with Guru's instruction. I mean, according to Guru's instruction, the scripture which will be read by the seeker. The reading of that particular scripture which is instructed by the master or the guru, it increases the inner interest of the spiritual practice, which drives towards the target or the aim. It's a very common meaning of Swadhyaya. Then Ishwar Pranidhana is the 5th pillar of Niyama. Ishwar Pranidhana means, in very simple way, concentration to the Lord or the Almighty or God. Then the third step after the explanation of Yama and Niyama, then the third step, that's Asana means to sit in the posture where the seeker can meditate on the target from without any disturbance. Very comfortable posture that will be. Then pranayama. Pranayama. Very rhythmic breathing by the help of yoga abhyasa or yoga practice instructed by the master. Very rhythmic breathing process or the driven breathing, which is in favor of mind concentration towards the target or the aim. It's a very simple meaning of pranayama. Pranayama helps, or pranayama brings good health in physique, and it also brings balance in mind and intellect too. Then pratyahara. When a seeker tries to concentrate his or her mind, then it's very natural to be diverted from the target or the aim. In this situation, a seeker tries to concentrate the mind on the target or the object repeatedly. This process is called pratyahara. Then dharana, the sixth step. The sutra is that deshavandhaschityasya dharana, to keep one's mind in one place or object or point is called dharana. And the seventh step, that's called dhyanam, is the mature state of dharana. That means when a dharana gets mature, then it's called dhyana or dhyanam. Normally sages mention an example to explain the state of dhyana. The example is nothing but the flow of, the breakless flow of oil. Continuous flow of oil. In the same way, when a seeker's mind flows breathlessly to the target or the object or the aim, it's the state of dhyana. Then the eighth or the ultimate stage, that's nothing but samadhi. In English, there is no appropriate meaning of samadhi, but the word trance is commonly used as the near meaning of samadhi. Actually, samadhi is the stage when where there is no limit, but still the consciousness is there. In other way, consciousness without limit or the center That consciousness always knows each and every thought and every nook and corner of the mind as the background consciousness of the mind and intellect. Just after attaining the state of samadhi, one's intellect enters into the very zone of pure consciousness. And the mystery is that just after entering into the very zone of consciousness, the separation of the intellect melts very naturally. It's a very mystery. Yet, by the help of a few words, I have tried to put some hints here. When a sadhaka or seeker reaches to the very state of dhyana, from that state he or she will be able to receive my hints towards the samadhi. By the way, it's a very simple way of explanation of Raja Yoga according to Patanjali Yoga Darshan. Just after listening the video, if one gets interest to know it from the root, then he or she should go to an enlightened master who has already finished these 8 steps, or who has already passed through the 8 steps and ultimately got the very attainment of the self-realization, where he realizes or she realizes that pure consciousness is actually own nature, and that is the true meaning of I. So it's a hint to the very topic or the subject of Raja Yoga, which I tried here. I think the true seekers will get something, and their interest will also be increased to the subject. That's all.